Alright, welcome to week, what is it now? This is week 7, yeah, because we're going into week 8. Week 7 of Redcord Draft League, I'll be going into a little bit of analysis for each battle. I'm trying to cover what all happens, what lessons you might be able to take away, all that type of stuff. You know the drill by now. I'm going to do these in replay, or in order played, I should say. Yeah, so I guess we'll just get right into it. First game for the first time, I think, is actually Monem. This is me versus Birds. Yeah, going into this, I was really scared about Hydreigon. Terra Electric Hydreigon was really scary for my team, or really just Terra anything. Hydreigon was really scary for me, and Gouging Fire had big sweeping potential. In addition, I didn't really have many options for Iron Treads. Due to my flying being the more offensive type, so it's kind of hard to switch into if he clicks like a Rock Slide instead. And finally, well, yeah, I was gonna say, to counteract that, this, well, not the Iron Treads, but mainly the Gouge. This Petrun is 252, 252 max, full defense Petrun, which should beat most Gouging Fires. Well, yeah, but anyways, let's just get right into it. I lead with the deer, because... Why did I lead with the deer? I forget. I forgot what this set was, I'm not gonna lie. I think this was a Assault Vest, because I thought maybe... No, I just do not remember why I bought the deer. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, because I wanted to Psychic Noise this guy. That's right. But then I see Trick Room come off. I also just figured this can kind of do everything right off rip. Yeah, I think I had high horsepower for Torkoal. I just figured Future Sight was pretty free in the team overall. But once I see Trick Room and then a teleport into Torkoal, I know Eruption's coming off. Like, we all know Eruption's coming off. Thankfully, for completely unrelated reasons to this Torkoal, I am Air Balloon Heatran. Why am I Air Balloon Heatran? I was struggling so much with ground types in this matchup. First of all, Air Balloon Heatran means I'm taking any one hit from Gouging Fire. It means Hydreigon can't Earth Power me, Iron Treads can't Earthquake me. There is nothing that really can touch this reasonably, including an Eruption Torkoal, because it's just, I mean, what, it's going to be something like Eruption, Earth Power, potentially Solar Beam, and then like Flamethrower, right? So yeah. Eruption comes off and I eat it with the Flash Fire. I think their plan was Eruption, and if Eruption doesn't work, click Earth Power. If they weren't choiced, I don't know if they were choiced or not, but either way, I was really tempted just to rip a Magma Storm here, but I figured rocks are a bit more important. I really need Chip on Gouge, and if not, I need the information that he's not Boots. I just need Chip overall. Like, Stealth Rocks is just really important in this matchup, as much as I'd like to just rip Magma Storm. Anyways, the Future Sight comes off, does about 16 to this Deoxys, and here I actually make a bad play. I click Magma Storm here. I knew this wasn't probably going to kill. I knew it was going to do a lot, but I knew it probably wasn't going to kill. I should have preserved my Balloon. I had a free switch to Word Ear, and I could have just Psychic Noise teleported, or Psychic Noise, Future Sight, blah, 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 like infinitely. I didn't need to sack my Balloon here. My Balloon was like really strong in this matchup, but it does 71, and I get the kill in Deoxys. This is the other thing, is I wasn't sure how I was going to kill this Deoxys without just like wearing it down over time. And killing this Deoxys is really nice, because Birds doesn't really have healing outside of this Deoxys. So without the Deoxys, every time I click an attacking move, he's kind of forced to take some type of damage, whereas I'm not, because of my Petrun. And my Coco was Bulky Pivot, but I don't believe I put Roost on it, just because I thought I'd never click it. Anyways, Treads comes out. I'm just going to protect and see what he does, and he clicks Ice Spinner. I was so tempted just to stay in Magma Storm again, because I figured, like, if the Treads comes out, he's going to try and make a play. I was so unbelievably tempted to just not click Protect and rip the Magma Storm. The reason I have Protect, by the way, is just because I was Magma Storm Toxic to help outlast things like the Hydreigon, and having that would be, like, that damage over time was really important, so I wanted to get some extra with the Protect. So I just go to the Deer as a mid-ground, and Earthquake gets clicked. I go to Mence because they're not going to kill an Ice Spinner from that range, so they won't click it, which is fine with me. I'm going to Terra Fire now. I'm just going to rip Terra Blast. I just want damage on this. I don't need to set up Sweep right now. And I noticed I'm faster, which is actually really good information to keep for later. It means this is bulkier, first of all, but or if it's not bulkier, it's adamant. Because I haven't calced the damage on this, which is probably also a mistake. I don't think I played this game very well, but it worked out, so. But knowing that my Mence is faster is really nice. I was max speed, I had to be, pretty much. Look at the Hydreigon speed, look at my speed, like, I have to be pretty much max. So Hydreigon comes hard out. As I clicked Earthquake, assuming that one of these Sun guys could come out. I didn't think about Hydreigon, to be honest. I just go Heatran, both as like I can take a Dark Pulse, but also as like oh, he might have had a Earth Power. Oh no, he has Earth Power. Yeah, again, I should have preserved my Balloon. This would have been a free swap otherwise. But I get Mamoswine in, which is really nice because I do a lot of damage. And from that Earth Power, I know this is specs now. I'm Assault Vest Mamoswine. That does not do 45 non-stab without being choice specs. Also, why would he click Earth Power again and not switch to Dark Pulse? It's because he's specs. But that's really very valuable information for me to know as well, because it means that once he clicks a move, he's locked into it, which means I can pivot around because I have plenty of resistances and immunities I can play with. Torkoal comes in as a switch. I don't really care. I thought that might happen, but again, I just click Earthquake the next turn, and it's whatever. Like, I waste no turns. And Hydreigon comes right back out. Ice Shard had a roll to kill here. I figured it might not, because it wasn't a roll in my favor. But even if it didn't kill, I figured that this Ice Shard damage was extremely important because it means the Hydreigon is gone. And this thing is a huge threat for me, to be completely honest. This thing like is a big threat to me. After this dies, I can kind of just go Petron and sit on the whole team. Oh, that's why I had the Wordier. Wordier was no speed, Future Sight, in order to kill Banette. Or it wasn't no item. That's stupid. It wasn't no item. I'm a normal type. I'm not no item. But I was fully special with Future Sight in order to beat Banette and not have to trade him on for it, because Future Sight doesn't proc Destiny Bond. So I wouldn't die by killing it with Future Sight. Also, Future Sight was just kind of nice into the team overall, so. Yeah, and Psychic Noise was really strong into a lot of the healing mons, so. But yeah, this Ice Shard is a roll and it doesn't kill, that's whatever, I don't care. I just need enough damage on this that it can die, because once this dies, Petron can sit on the whole team, just about. Like, it's going to take a lot from Iron Treads, but I have more than enough to deal with Iron Treads, especially now that I know, first of all, it's at like 0 health, so Coco's going to start killing it soon, because I am just dual stab, I'm not running anything special. In addition, I know Mence is faster at this point, so that's a very easy way for me to deal with it. I just want the Hydreigon dead. I send out Nitro Zeus. I'm Telepathy because that's how big of a threat this Treads was to me. And out comes Gouge. I know from the way this game was played, you wouldn't run offensive Torkoal if you were also Choice Band Gouge. Additionally, the Sun runs out this turn, which means that if they click D-Dance, they lose their Photosynthesis attack the next turn no matter what. I know this is, I also know this is not Heat Rock because Sun has already been up, which I think makes me think this was Charcoal. I'm gonna assume that was what the item was. Either way, I just go Petron here. I live any 2 hits. If he chooses to Flare Blitz twice, one, he's not banded. This would have come out a lot sooner if it was. And even if he D-Dances, once the Sun goes away, Petron lives, and I can mash Malignant Chain, all kinds of stuff. So I just go straight to Petron. And you see this Flare Blitz, it does 55. I know, again, this is not banded from that damage, and the Photosynthesis goes away. He clicks Fire Spin, which wasn't the greatest play, because I'm just going to recover. And as Scale Shot comes out, which is an equally questionable play, I'm just going to click Malignant. And we're going to see the Toxic come off, and the Confuse is going to come off. So at this point, I know I beat this Gouging Fire. I'm just going to mash Recover, but it hits itself anyways. So I go back to full, which is great. Yeah, I'm not sure what that set was, because you needed a Gouging Fire that could get through Petron. Because Petron has so much defense, and that was not it. Blitz, Fire Spin, Scale Shot was just not the right set. Anyways, I already told you what I'm going to do if this Banette comes out. I'm just going straight to Wordier. I'm assuming he's Mono Poltergeist for an attacking move. Well, I guess Shadow Sneak as well, but like, yeah, and then we see the full set here. It's Sneak, Destiny Bond, Willow, Poltergeist last. I'm just going to Psychic Noise for Chip so I can get into Future Sight Noise, or Future Sight Range. Another Psychic Noise is going to come up, and then the Future Sight's going to kill. Now this is going to come off. I'm just going to let the Word Ear go down. I have no reason to make an aggro switch. At this point, Mence is just faster, so I'm just going to get the kill with Mence. Yeah. Overall, Birds actually didn't play bad at all. I really don't think they did. I think they should have had a significantly better Gouging Fire set. I think bringing Eruption Torkoal into this team is extremely questionable when I have a Flash Fire Mon. I understand I don't have a ton of resists, but at the same time, I have a Flash Fire Mon. Like, that's just really to me. But yeah, my water type is an Iron Bundle, so I guess that makes sense. But again, that's why I have. It's part of why Heatran works nicely with this team is because I have Flash Fire. So yeah, I mean overall, I mean I'm not gonna glaze myself. I played terrible this. I don't think I played very well this game. I think I played the end game pretty alright, but I played the early and middle game not great. It just worked out anyways because I feel I had better prep overall. And I feel Birds could have done a couple things better. Sacking so much health on Shreds is not ideal, especially when it like walls so many significant pieces of my team. Like this thing completely fucks up Petrarun and Coco, and he sacked it for damage on Mence, and you know I'm Terra Fire, so you know I likely have Terra Blast. Or if I don't, this Mon always has Earthquake. It always has Earthquake. It never doesn't run Earthquake. So I don't think that was great. And then other than that, I think the biggest problem I had was the Gouge set. Flare Blitz, Fire Spin, Scale Shot, that's not getting through Petrarun. You either need to work, change your, first of all, get rid of this set, change your play so you can wear down the Petrarun more, instead of trying to like sweep with Torkoal. Because this Petrarun literally was like not threatened the entire game. It only had to come out when Gouge came out. That was the goal for me, because otherwise I would lose, but I didn't really have to force that. Yeah, I think a better game plan for that would have been nice, because with one D-Dance, this Gouge could have ran through my entire team, to be frank. Mamo maybe took one hit, but the Mamo had died earlier because I needed the Hydreigon going, so yeah. Icarus versus... oh god. Alright, let's just get into this one. This game is a pain to watch. As someone who has helped both of these players this entire season, this game is a pain to watch. Okay, so we're gonna lead this. Right. First of all, your Scarf, I know this is Scarfish. I'm pretty sure you can just fish this Ren and potentially kill. But we go Iron Crown, right? Okay, yeah, this is normal. Mystical Fire comes off. Oh, it's Weakness Policy. Oh, whoa, oh, big Agility. And now you click Tachyon, but actually Tachyon doesn't kill, it lives on 1. Yeah, okay. So, when you're in this situation, what do? Well, if it's me, I go, okay, well, my Serp is faster, it can farm a free Leaf Storm here. Or if I don't want to risk that, I could just click Giga Drain, right? And Leaf Storm is really good in this team. One Leaf Storm for free is super nice, right? Like, I'd like to get that off. In addition, you can go to your Scarfish, you'll have to reveal that it's Scarf, but, I mean, that's fine. Click Fishy Ren, because he's probably not going to switch it out at this point. Togekiss maybe lives 1, but this most likely has Psy-Shot, so that's probably not going to happen. I mean, you're just trading your Iron Crown for the Gardevoir, which is not bad by any means, because this Gardevoir is a big threat. Instead, we go Ursaluna, and we try to click a Vacuum Wave. It's quad-resisted and +1 Spadef. It's going to live. I don't care that you're a Blood Moon. We're going to see Hyper Voice come off. And then Icarus is going to make the equally questionable play and go hard Tyranitar and sack it. Now, he said in post-game talk he forgot about Pixelate. First of all, that's a whole can of worms. That's the only ability this thing ever has. And you also need to ask yourself, why the hell is it clicking Hyper Voice and not Moonblast? Especially when Moonblast has a chance to Spatak Drop. Like, why would you do that? Additionally, if you're in this situation, why didn't you just click Vacuum Wave again? It can't do anything to stop it. Did you think the Jellicent might come in? So what? You might lose a Mon if it stays in. That's a play you can't make in this position. Alright, so at this point, we've traded an entire Gardevoir for half of our Blood Moon and 2 entire Pokemon. Now we're gonna get now we're gonna see the Surf come off and click Leaf Storm. This should have happened before any of these mounts came out. We're gonna Glare the Tangrowth, which I think is a good play. We're gonna Sludge Bomb. Yeah, this is all fine. At this point, things are, you know, calming down. We're gonna see this come out. Now, Excelsior makes a throw himself. This Dracovish is still alive. Why are we sacking the Tangrowth? This is full Spadef Jellicent. You just go to Jellicent to take the Blood Moon. And when Jellicent comes in, you fire off a Willow. Nothing wants to come in on Willow, okay? Or you click Recover and go back to full because it can't click Blood Moon again and see what he does, right? At this point, if you're Excelsior, you're so far ahead, you don't need to take risks. You can just play your defensive pieces and stall. Wear down his team. He's not going to be able to break you because this Dracovish never gets through this Tangrowth. This Blood Moon never gets through this Jellicent. This Serp never gets through this Tangrowth. This Togekiss is not getting through both of the Sandrush mounts. So, sacking all this HP, especially when you're going to risk full para. Like, this is terrible. This is terrible. You're in a horrible situation now. Once this dies, if he gets one Crunch read correct and kills Jellicent, you have to click the X button because you just instantly lose. So yeah, he's of course going to click Hyper Voice. He's faster because of para. You're going to see me in the chat saying Choke Maxing because I know that's a choke. I know he just loses to Vish now. We're going to see the Stealth Rocks come off, which I don't know why we're doing that, if we're being honest. Like, you know this thing is going to hurt. Why are you not getting damage? I understand that this has to... Well, first of all... Okay, hold on. Sorry, I didn't even mention this. First of all, just go Jellicent! Please! Jellicent eats every hit from this. It's what Jellicent was brought for. It's the only reason Jellicent was brought, was to eat hits from Mr. Iron Crown. Yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know why we're not going Jellicent. I don't know why we're putting the Sand up. And I don't know why we're putting Rocks up. Rocks for the end game? What are we like... Okay. First of all, you're a Hippowdon. Rocks are gonna go up this game. Icarus knows this. He's gonna put Boots on the Togekiss. Okay, what else do you get Rocks damage on? You get 4% on the Blood Moon. That's not gonna... Really doesn't look like it's switching out anytime soon anyways. This Dracovish is taking 0. And this Serp is taking a little bit, but it's already chipped. And also it's... Well, I guess it's a much bigger threat now, but at this point, the Serp just kind of auto-loses as soon as Dracozolt comes in. Because I know this is Aerial Ace Dracozolt. So if that Serp is in range with this Sand, you don't care. Why are we putting Rocks up? And not getting Earthquake, which might kill here. Finally, the Jellicent's gonna come out. Also, why did we click Vacuum Wave? You're faster! You know you're faster! Why did you click Vacuum Wave? I think he assumed the Excadrill was gonna come out, but if that happens, then you just Vacuum Wave the next turn, I think? Or click Earth Power? Do you not just click Earth Power if you think the Excadrill is gonna come out? Earth Power kills Hippo from that range, it in fact kills everything from that range. Just click Earth Power! So now Serp is gonna come out, and it's gonna get Scalded. I understand wanting to go for damage, but I think trying to Willow was the better play, because getting Willow on this means no more damage, and now you have to contend with Leaf Storms. It misses this. It wasn't going to do any damage anyways, but now we're in a good position, okay? Yeah, we get the Aerial Ace. Yeah, okay. This is good. Out comes Dracovish, and Alarm Bell should be going off in your head if he does this. Well, I mean, I guess not Alarm Bells. You know it always takes a hit, so... Yeah, no, okay. You have no reason to suspect this is Scarf just yet. He hasn't revealed it. He swapped out turn 1, so you'd think it might not be Scarf. So Excelsior decides to stay in and takes the Outrage. Okay, it's Scarf. It could have been a speed tie, but he brought it out first. He didn't even go to anything else first, when you could have killed it with Outrage and the game would have lost instantly. It's Scarf, right? So he's gonna go Extra Drill. Okay, yeah, and he's gonna Swords Dance as the Outrage comes off. Yeah, this is fine. This is good. Why did... Okay. It's faster. Yeah, you kill it this turn, right? Why did you click Iron Head? Why did you do this? Why? What were you worried about? Additionally, I don't know if you needed the sword. Well, you did need the sword sense to kill this. Why did you Iron Head? He's locked into Outrage. He can't switch. You're not reading Togekiss. He can't fucking switch. Why did you do this? All you have to do is kill this and Jellicent solos the rest of the team. So instead he loses Excadrill 2. Now Mrs. Springle's gonna come out. It's gonna take an Outrage, which does 1,000,000,000, but he burns it. Okay, that's fine. Jellicent can still win this at this point, because now this Mon is burned. And it hurts itself too, you can go back to full. Okay, this is good. This is good. Now this is good again. Okay, we're gonna recover again. You assumed he was gonna Outrage. I think that's fine, even though it did 0. But you're faster, you get the Scald. This is good, this is good. This is really good. This turn, all you do is click Recover or attack it. I don't really care. You can do both. Recover's fine, but now you see what it's scarfed into, so you let it die, okay? Right, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, you Hex it, because your Scald will Hex. At this point, Jellicent should 1v1 this Togekiss. All you gotta do is give it a little Will-O-Wisp, and then click Hex Recover until the game ends, right? Right, that's all you have to do. Because you should do more damage, you should out-heal the Air Slash because of your leftovers, for the most part. You shouldn't have to click Recover very often, it doesn't have any way of setting up, but your Hex is going to start doing huge damage, even if it's Fidef. At this point, you should win this game. But Excelsior decides to put one final nail in the choke coffin here, and switches to Hippowdon. Why did you do this? Why did you do this? Now you might lose. Why might you Why? Why are you gonna lose? Well, here's why. First of all, Mr. Jellicent here, now his leftovers are gone. If these Air Slashes start flinching, you're in big trouble. And that's 60% of the time these are gonna flinch. That's 7 turns of sand that your leftovers are gone for. These Air Slashes are going to start racking up big time. In addition, this Togekiss is Terra Steel. You're not supposed to even be getting Sand Chip yourself because he should just Terra Steel. He's neutral to everything anyways. Well, by the way, Icarus doesn't Terra Steel, which is another choke, but whatever. Because at this point, there's too many to count. But yeah, see, this Air Slash does 18. That was only 12 if he still had his leftovers online. But because of the sand, now all this damage is permanent. This is about 20% a turn. He's only got to get about 5 together for it to work. And oh no, now he only needs 4. No, he does need 5 still. Well, actually, he might only need 4 because he can click 4 and then D-Gleam. And that's exactly what we're gonna see. We're gonna see this thing get flinched down. Oh no, he only needed 3. He only needed 3 in a row. Which, if you've played a Serene Grace Mom before, you know that that's not normal. Or that's not improbable by any means. Also, I don't know why we're scalding and not clicking Willow. Just get your burn. It's gonna do way more damage per turn. You kind of need it. In addition, you need to start fighting for recovers. Not recovering here. No, he did recover there. Which one was it? Oh, that's... No, I guess that was fine. But still, like... The difference between 18-19% and, like, take away 6% from each turn, so much more. So much more. You need to get a whole other Air Slash for that, right? Like, it's just crazy how misplayed this was from both parties, to be honest. Icarus played better. I'll give him credit, he played better. He still threw a little bit. I don't know why we're vacuum waving the Mom, that's prob resisted and plus Fidef. I don't know why we should have Terra Steeled in this endgame. I'm sure he was locked in on one thing, and to be fair, that was still his win condition. It was still better to Terra Steel. Other than that, I think most of his plays were fine. Yeah, second K-Tuck for no reason was also insane, but like... this was a frustrating game to watch. As someone who did Excelsior's prep and has been helping Icarus the whole season, this was an incredibly frustrating game to watch. Watching both people just kind of throw their stuff away over and over. This was a rough one for me. But yeah, that's it for this game. I'm not coming back to it. Monem versus Mabel is more interesting, so let's get right into that. I helped Mabel prep, so we'll get into it. We're going to see Taunt on this in order to stop Stealth Rocks. Monem, I don't know if he calls it or if he just wanted damage, gets the Earth Power, but Ceaseless Edge does a shit ton. That means this is probably Spadef, if we're being real. But we're going to see Urshifu come out on the Ceaseless. I mean, Mabel doesn't give a shit. She's getting spikes up. Like, this thing does not need HP. Yeah, you'll never guess what comes in on the Urshifu single strike. Wow, incredible. Leftovers, wow, yeah, I would have guessed. So anyway, Mr. Moongus is going to come out. A little Surf, a little Chip. We're going to see double to Celesteela, but Nez actually just stays in and clicks Calm Mind, which is a crazy play. But I guess Sludge Bomb doesn't really do a whole lot. She's going to Surf again, and then we're going to Raw Sword Power. This was a misplay. First of all, when the Celesteela comes out, you just want to keep clicking Calm Mind. This Celesteela cannot touch you. It's best, like, move to hit you. I guess Heavy Slam hurts. But if you're running the map on Heavy Slam and seeing that it does a shit ton of damage, then you have to switch anyways, right? And then clicking Stored Power on this turn, at this point, Stored Power is what? Base 60? That's going to do 0 damage at all. You just keep clicking Calm Mind in that case. We're going to see Clear Smog come out. So at this point, the Tapu Fini has to give it up, especially because Terrain is gone and it can get Toxic / Spored. Monem's going to stay in this time instead of trying to make a double and get the Giga Drain off. I also don't fault Monem for doubling to Celesteela, by the way. I also felt like that switch was coming. Staying in and clicking Calm Mind really didn't lose him much. He lost a little bit more HP out of Moongus, which, I mean, you have Regenerator. But you're still going to do the same job of stopping this Finny, so I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I think making that double was not bad at all. I think Mabel's order of operations there wasn't great. She could have gone for more Calm Minds. She should not have gone for Stored Power while it was only that base power. If you're reading Clear Smog and just looking for damage, I guess that's the play. Yeah, if she was reading Clear Smog, yeah, that's the play. That was a good play in that case. So yeah, maybe Stored Power was the best play, knowing that it is Clear Smog. Yeah, get some damage with spikes, it helps out. Yeah, that's not bad, I guess. Never mind. But anyways, Torn comes out. We're going to see Giga Drain. And in comes Celesteela. As this thing U-turns out, yep, that's pretty good. In comes Mr. Sputnik 1. We're going to see Leftovers, meaning this is defensive. And now this is going to click T-Punch. It's going to take literally 0 from Flamethrower. Monem figures out from this damage, and so should you, that this is an Assault Vest Metagross, because that did fucking nothing, and Celesteela is no slouch. But those T-Punches are also hurting pretty damn bad. So Gastrodon's going to come in. And at this point, if you're Mabel, you don't really care. You're faster than the Gastrodon, you can just kill it. And that's exactly what happens. Mulch is going to come out right after, and now you have to switch. He's going to basically just, she's basically going to, I was looking at the Sephiroth. She's going to go Sephiroth. Basically, I believe this is more of a sap than anything. But also, if Defog comes off, then all she does is mash Ceaseless till game end. Here's the other thing. This Moltres did not have Defog. That's a terribly awful misprep. Against the team with Samurott, Hisuian, and Metagross, that's awful. And Terrain, too. Like, Defog should be a main factor here. And not having it is really bad. Because of that, he's going to switch down, take the water move. Mabel would never care about the water move. Mabel just wants to keep spikes up, and that's exactly what she does. Taunts the Amoonguss. This was actually Assault Vest Amoonguss, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Torn's going to come out now, and Plot's going to come off. Bleak Wind's going to land. It's actually going to live and get some big damage with Flamethrower. But at this point, this Nasty Plot Torn is a little out of control. This is a big threat. Mr. Houdini's going to come in. It's going to trace the Regenerator, actually. And Mabel's actually going to stay in, which I think that's the correct play. If this thing goes behind a sub or something, as you go Metagross, I think the game might, well, it wouldn't end. but losing damage on this Metagross, like on switch, and now that you've taken a hit already, is really bad. So at this point, Mabel's win con is playing her pieces correctly so that this Aalaxel cannot sweep. You know the Celesteal is defensive just because it revealed leftovers. You should also know from how much Thunder Punch did. You don't really care about Urshifu as long as Finny is alive, and also Urshifu just like completely loses to Sneasler, so you don't really care for the Urshifu. You just need to make sure Aalaxel doesn't win, which as soon as one of these guys' Unburden goes off, you don't care anymore. So we're going to see this come out. Amoonguss is going to come in, take 3 layers of spikes, and Heavy Slam is just going to kill it, which is insane to me. And now Urshifu is going to come out. This is actually going to go Terra Fairy, which is interesting. You could see that up here. This was Terra Fairy, so was Drifblim. Doing that instead of going Finny is kind of a risk, especially because now this does lose to Celesteela. But at this point, I think Mabel understands that once this dies... Oh, I guess Drifblim was Terra Fairy too. Yeah, I mean, a win is a win. Doing this kills the Urshifu and gets you one step further. You still get a bullet punch off on the Aalaxel before death, so yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. And if he gets the poison jab read, you're in bad shape. And I think this does live a poison jab from that range, because that thing has a shit ton of defense. So anyways, Finny's gonna come out now. And now Celesteel's gonna come out. And she's gonna double to Drifblim, which is a really good play. I like that play a lot. Why do I like that play a lot? You get your Spit Death boost, and you outspeed Zam. So once you hard double to it, you outspeed Zam, you're going to take the Psychic if it stays in, and you can just kill it with Shadow Ball. In fact, you can kill this whole team with Shadow Ball. But anyways, Calm Mind's gonna come off. Monem plays Air Slash. He should click Leech Seed here. I don't know why he doesn't. One Shadow Ball. It's not gonna be in range. Now it's in range. Flash Cannon's gonna run off. We should have Leech Seeded ages ago, but at this point it doesn't matter. This thing just wins anyways. And then you'll never guess Unburden, right? Yeah. Yeah, this was pretty well played from Mabel. I think the order of operations with the sword power wasn't great. Everything else I really liked. And I think Monem, his biggest flaw here was no defog on Moltres. That was one thing. These spikes were doing so much damage over time, right? This Samrat put in work, right? Just in general, because like it hurt the Gastrodon really badly, making it so that it couldn't really just come in on Finny. Because if it clicks Moonblast, you just lose instantly. The spikes did so much. The spikes basically made it so Amoonguss didn't have a generator for a good chunk of the game, which is insane to say. It let the Metagross kill it with Heavy Slam, because otherwise it might not have been in range. No, you're faster. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Never mind. Yeah, this was really well played. I think the only thing... I said this live in the game. I think the better play on this turn... I think staying in here is fine, because if this goes behind a sub, you live one from Metagross, but if he gets the Shadow Ball read, Metagross is in bad shape, you have to Bullet Punch, and then it kills you, and then you don't have... You are a little worried about this one, just a little bit, just because there's so many guys in the back. I think just staying here and going for the kill is fine. Sorry, I'm yawning. I didn't sleep great. I never do, but that's besides the point. I'm assuming Mabel U-turned here, which I do think is the right play, because if he does try to go for the Shadow Ball read, it covers Shadow Ball read or sub, which is the only thing she's worried about. She's not particularly worried about Psychic, and at this point you don't really need this mon. It's good, it beats the whole team, but you don't need it. You can still win with plenty of other win cons at this point. Drifblim is starting to win. Sneasler was normal gem fake out. That's going to start putting in huge work. You could just stay in and make sure that the Zam doesn't start going crazy. But yeah. I think this turn is the only thing. I think the better play is actually clicking Thunder Punch. Because if the Celesteela comes in, you can just kill it next turn. And Amoonguss was in range anyways. You could just Thunder Punch into Heavy Slam if the Amoonguss comes out. And I mean, finally, the only play where that doesn't work out is, I guess, Urshifu coming in which case, yeah, but I don't think Urshifu comes in, because I think it's pretty obvious that this clicks a big steal move, which Urshifu isn't going to take well. No, also, Urshifu doesn't get you anywhere. Even if you get the play right and get the poison right on Finny, Sneasler comes out literally directly after and kills the whole team with close combat. So I think Thunder Punching there was the better play. Yeah, really, I'm not sure. I think both were good. Yeah, I mean, both were good, and it worked out for her anyway, so who am I to judge? But, yeah, a solid 3-0 for Mabel. Very nice for her playoffs. Yeah, I don't know much more to say to that. Oh, okay. Game of the week here. Oh my god, this was a cinematic experience. Alright, let's get into it. First of all, Cable brought the fucking Sliggoo. Alright, man. Yeah, that's cool. No Sinistra, which is fair. That's a Terra Flying Thundo, and he has a Black Kyurem, even though he didn't bring it, and a Meowscarada, and I mean, Slowking, I guess doesn't exactly beat it 1v1, but you get the point. It can't touch Skarmory, yeah, whatever. Leads straight off with the Dugtrio, and Meowscarada gets light. He's just gonna go straight to Slapdos, and T-Spikes are gonna come off. Ooh, that's scary for him. Thundurus is gonna come out. Of course, he's running U-turn. And now Arcanite's coming right out. Cable this turn makes the most insane read, both in prep and in game. Instead of clicking, this looks like the most obvious head smash of all time, right? Or if not, you click close combat reading the Rhyperior, right? Wrong. Power Herb Solar Beam Arcanine. A cinematic experience. Not only did he cook this up in prep, knowing that it would most likely OHKO the Rhyperior, not only did he choose to bring Power Herb over Choice Band, because Choice Band Head Smash looks incredible into this team, he also read the Rhyperior coming in, which he had to do, because it's Terra. Incredible, honestly. And like, if we're being honest, Litham could have maybe stayed in here or Volt Switched or something, but instead, Cable just ripped it. He just went for it. It's beautiful. You've never seen an Arcanine click Solar Beam in your life. I know this. Also, this reveals either that this Thundo isn't fast, which it does have leftovers, so that is worth noting, or that it doesn't have a pivot move. So that's also worth noting. He's going to go straight to Marcel off this, and we're going to see Shell Armor because of no crit on that. That's cool and all. Couldn't you just run Sapsipper though and get more? You get plus attack, and we know this is physical. Things to think about. Though I guess you don't want to get crit out of your boosts, so I guess Shell Armor is good too. And we're going to see... Okay, but, sorry, I'm going too quick here. You know, Lifham's gonna put up rocks thinking, oh, it's fine, I hardwall this anyways, right? It's clicking Curse, it's probably just like Heavy Slam, maybe Dragon Tail, I'll just put up my... No, it's mixed with Thunderbolt. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now Weather Report's gonna come in. He's gonna call it and click Curse again. It's gonna knock off the Evioli, because at this point he kinda has to. Gyro Ball, because of the minus speed, is gonna do half this thing's health. Now Slowking's gonna come out. He's gonna click Curse again. And then finally he gets a play wrong off of this Gyro Ball. And now he can't kill it, because it's roosting to get rid of its damage. And now it's taking damage from Helmet. It can go up to an HP where he doesn't die to Thunderbolt. And then he can click Willow, or he can, not Willow, he can click Whirlwind. Also, this has rest too, so he's just gonna go back up to full. But Whirlwind comes out, and now the Mew comes in, which is an even bigger threat than the Sliggoo. I hate that that's like, I have to emphasize that, like that because the Sliggoo is such a big threat, because it is. This thing like 6-0s this team at this point. And now the whole team is softened up for this Mew. This Thundo's at half. Well, I guess Scar. Oh, never mind. I'm a liar. Sorry, the Scar got back to full. I forgot about that. But we're gonna see Dragon Dance come off, and now find your switch-ins. We're gonna see Rock Blast. It's going to land all 5. He is loaded dice, so it was only like about a 50-50. Slowking's gonna come out, and he's gonna double Discarm. He's gonna Terraghost Poltergeist. Terraghost Poltergeist was the strongest possible move that he could hit on the Slowking, and that's why he brought it. Yeah. And now, I'm going too fast again. Now you might be thinking after this Poltergeist lands, oh, well this is fine, this Mew is poisoned, that Poltergeist only did 44, he lives another, he can just roost spam. No, it's got Overheat. Yeah, that's the full set, mixed with Overheat to kill Skarm. Now Weather Report's gonna come off and Terra Normal praying for a choke. Cable's not gonna fall for it, he's just gonna Rock Blast and take his damn kill. Now in comes Slowking, he's gonna bait it to get one more turn out of this Mew so it doesn't just 6-0 him, which is a really good play. But he does have to sack the Meowscarada to do it. Now, why did he sack every Mon and leave Slowking as the last Mon on the field? This Slowking is a devilish set. And I'll say it because Cable knows the set, so there's no leaking in a rematch, potentially. This Slowking is anti-Ditto setup sweeper, okay? It's EV'd to live any... sorry, I'm yawning again. And I can't talk and yawn. Okay, we're good. This Slowking is EV to live any Dugtrio hit that is not choice banned. Trick Room, Weakness Policy, Stored Power, Imprison, and then I forgot the last move. Imprison, Trick Room, Stored Power. Earthquake. Last move, Earthquake. Okay? Why is that insane? Because first of all, Earthquake hits this Sliggoo, which doesn't really matter. The more important one is you OHKO the Arcanine. But you put Trick Room up, you click Imprison as you get hit by Earthquake. You Trick Room as you get hit by the Earthquake from this Dugtrio. Put the Trick Room up. Get your Weakness Policy off and start clicking Store Power over and over. And if the Ditto got brought, great, he just clicks Imprison. Therefore, the Ditto can't click any moves besides Struggle if it tries to copy it. Again, this Slowking is EV'd to live any single hit from the Dugtrio, not choice banded. If he gets hit this turn and lives and puts up the Trick Room, there's a chance he can still win. Store Power kills the entire team, and he might be able to get a Trick Room off to reset it so Dugtrio can't kill him if he gets the play right. And if Cable chokes. Cable is choice banned, so he wasn't able to live that hit. An absolute masterclass, honestly. I think he got one play wrong, which was not Thunderbolting on the Skarm switch in. Every single other play went so unbelievably right for Cable here. And that's not to say it wasn't because of him, it was because of Cable. Cable out-prepped and outplayed this man till Kingdom Come. I'm gonna be completely honest. This was an insane game from Cable, and I'm not looking forward to fighting him this week. Thankfully, we both made playoffs. I'm very happy for that. But yeah, there's not much more to say. I'm not sure how much Litfam could have done, because no one... You could ask a million draft players. Not a single... It doesn't matter. You could ask Wolf motherfucking Glick. You could ask ABR. You could ask Blunder. You could ask anyone. You could ask fucking Pokeaim. You could say, look at Litfam Seed and go, oh yeah, Rhyperior is an easy switch to Arcanine. Not one of them is predicting this power of Solar Beam set. Not a single one of them is finding that. If they're Litfam in this scenario. Not one of them is finding that. I guarantee it to you. Right? Losing that Rhyperior is so awful. Because now you have no Fizz Death for D-Dance Mew. You have no Earthquake for Sliggoo. It opens up this team so fucking much. This Solar Beam pretty much won Cable the game on the spot. But he didn't stop there, because he could have made this like a 2-0. Or a 1-0. No, he made it a 5-0 because of how significant he outplayed Litfam. The only little bit, he got a little lucky that the Whirlwinds pulled in Mew, because then Mew could kind of just do whatever, and I think Litfam did have a small misplay going to Enamorous here when he could have just Whirlwinded again, because at this point, you're full health, you're okay with taking a hit, you're in disaster scenario if this Mew clicks D-Dance. And now it's taking a bunch of hazards too. You also learn that it's not leftovers, which is a good little bit of information gathering. I feel like you just click Whirlwind again, because you're not really terrified of whatever comes out. Arcanine's gonna take, like, almost half, and you can go to something else. You could sack Thundo, maybe, bring out Meowscarada, maybe you sack Meowscarada, bring out Thundo, I'm not sure. Or sack something else, like the Enamorus, but I think switching there was not a good play. But other than that, I mean, this was just sheer dominance from Cable, both in prep and in play. That was really impressive. I'll stop glazing now. Let's go to Sableye versus Typical. I helped Sableye prep. This matchup was so bad, dude. This was so hard for Sableye. So we're going to lead Tinkaton into the Garganacl. We're going to Gigaton on the Terra. I think you can just Stealth Rocks here. I don't think you need the Gigaton. Oh, he was covering potential Zoroark. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, Gigaton is fine. But I also feel like T-Waving was the better play. But you'll see why, because Mold Breaker ignores Purifying Salt. I think if you think that this is Zoroark, then you can just T-Wave and you neuter the Zoroark too. So, yeah. But anyways, it's going to start cursing up. This is not good, right? But now he's going to switch because he knows that he has Encore. So, really good play from Typical. Now this Rillaboom's going to come in. He's going to go hard Garganacl because it's a defensive mon. It's a Rillaboom, right? He's going to get a Trailblaze. Uh-oh. Taunt. Uh-oh. Swords Dance. And it's Covert Cloak. So now this has basically gotten a Dragon Dance and a Moxie boost, and Typical's got nothing in return. He's going to Swords Dance again. And then he's going to farm this for a Trailblaze, just in case something is like Booster Speed or Scarf Zoroark. He's going to Swords Dance one more time to make sure he kills everything. And now this is going to come out. It's actually Zoroark, but it's Sash. Still doesn't matter. It's really not doing a lot. He's going to try an Icy Wind, forgetting that he already knows it's Covert Cloak. At this point, this is panicking from Typical. This is not good play. So he's going to go Nidoqueen, but it's going to live the Trailblaze, because this Nidoqueen is special. It's max HP, max defense, bold. It's max. Any other Nidoqueen set, and this Rillaboom kills it and wins the game. I'm not even kidding. This Rillaboom just wins the game. Terra Blast kills everything else. The only thing that doesn't get a kill is Garganacl, whose last moves are Recover and Ice Punch, but that just gets taunted. So he can't recover, and then he can just mash. But once this Rillaboom died, this throws Sableye off big time. The only thing he has is the Volcarona. With one Quiver Dance, this Volcarona can win the game. One Quiver Dance and this Volcarona can do it. And that's exactly what he does, is he goes to the Volcarona. He doubles predicting Garganacl to come in. He does need damage on Garganacl for that play to work. We're going to see Ice Punch come out, because of course, he's going to kill with Suck here. But now the damage has been acquired on the Garganacl, right? So now he goes Volcarona, praying for full para. If he gets the full para, he wins the game on the spot. Typical doesn't get full para'd. I don't know what else you do with Sableye here. Zoroark doesn't kill from the, or Zeraora, not Zoroark. Zeraora doesn't kill from this rage. Muck is slower, so you can just recover. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, yeah, jeez. I don't know what you do about this Sulk here. Yeah. I don't know what you do about this Garganacl. Sorry, I'm calling it by its move. Yeah, Sableye just had to pray for the para. The 1 in 3, is it? I don't remember the odds of a para. But yeah, getting full para'd there, or not getting full para'd, getting the Sulk here off, is just game now. There's no way for Sableye to win anymore. He'll never have an opportunity to get a Quiver Dance off again. So he just lets it go down. Doesn't even get the kill on Garganacl because he went to Corviknight knowing that it was coming out. Now Zeraora comes in. This is CM Zeraora, but this can't really win at this point. I mean, it can try, but it has no way to get through Nidoqueen. And Terra's already been expended. Play Rough, I don't know how, this lives on 1. He was minus Nature Attack. That was something we just forgot to change, honestly. And then he also makes the call on the Play Rough here, going to Corviknight. But he forgot he wasn't Rocky Helmet. He was Shuckaberry calling Gravity Landorus. Yeah, he just forgot he wasn't Helmet. But then he stays in. He was ready to sack this. he was fully ready to sack this, so he didn't really care. And then Metachan comes out and out goes this Muck. Very solid win for Typical. Very, very solid win. Yeah, if you're Sableye, I mean, you kind of just have to hold that a little bit, I feel. First of all, in prep, he said we should just do Scarf Landress because gravity's too obvious. We should have just stuck with the gravity. Even though it's obvious, it was the best possible set to this team. Second of all, yeah, not being minus attack nature was just so bad. That play rough on the Roaring Moon, that means first of all you get the kill, which is nice, and you might either severely damage something else or kill it. But at the same time, well, plus what T-Volt never kills anything, to be fair. And then Nidoqueen hard walls, but Typical doesn't know that, so we could get a mod or two more. Yeah, just little mistakes in prep like that really cost the game. Yeah. But I think the main thing is the momentum swing after Trailblaze didn't kill the Nidoqueen. As soon as that happened, the game was in dire straits for Sableye. Losing that Rillaboom was really, really bad. But yeah, I mean, Typical played really well. Calling the Encore in the first couple turns, I don't really have much more to say. Yeah, this was really good from Typical. Nilly versus Wefflez. Wefflez played this really well. Yeah, that's what I remember from this game. So we're going to see lead Mola. He's going to lead Lando. This is standard. Stealth Arcs are going to go up. This is Choice Band of Loma Mola. We're going to see from that damage. Out comes Shaman. He's just going to go to Wheezing. Gas means Serene Grace gets turned off. But if Baton passes out, which is crazy, I feel like you just take a hit there, no? Especially if all you're going to do is just get your Flip Turn Bomb back in, which doesn't do anything. Anyways, Melmetal comes out. Wefflez is just going to go to Lando because he doesn't care. And it's going to click Earthquake, knowing, thinking that the Wheezing might come in. He's just going to U-turn, very standard. And now we get the Kiraman, and this is really bad now. And he gets the Earth Power read, which is really good. But it doesn't do a KO, so now he just goes to his Newports. By the way, this also turns off Iron Fist. So not only does this Wheezing take significantly less, but it also gets a bunch of Rocky Helmet damage. And then he fires up a Will-O-Wisp. Stealth Rocks not only breaks this thing sturdy, but also makes it so it can't do damage anymore. So he can just go to a Slowking pretty much for free, which is really nice. Mola's gonna come out, but I mean, he's gonna Chili, and going Mola here isn't good, in my opinion. Chili is just so obvious. And like, if you put the Water type in the field, you know what he's gonna Chilling into, right? Like, come on, you know what he's gonna do. Anyways, we're gonna sack Melmetal at this point. But he gets a sub up too, which is really bad for Nilly. Correctly predicting the switch, which is really good. Really, really good from Wefflez. He's gonna Earth Power here as the Diancie doesn't Mega. And then he's gonna forget, here's the thing with Wefflez, he's gonna forget that it's Mega Diancie and forget about the speed increase off the Mega. He could have just gone to Slowking, taken 2 and chillied back out into something like Zarude and click Terra, or just Raikou actually. Raiku's just faster, never mind. Yeah, you could just go to Raikou and click Scald and you would have been fine. But now he's gonna go to Slowking, which hard walls this. Muck is gonna come in. Muck is Terra Fairy. Yeah, and Wefflez is gonna go to the Lando. I know he doesn't really know what this Muck can do, but he's gonna go to this. He clicks Stone Edge, I think reading the Shaman to potentially come in. I don't think that's fine. If you're Wefflez, you're really far ahead at this point. Because Nilly's running a stall team, but it has no stall on it, so you just don't really care. Like, this Mola is banded, it's not doing anything. This Shaman's taking 25% on entry, and if Baton passed out last time, it didn't even get a head off. You still have a full health Raikou that can kind of help deal with this. Diancie's not even a problem anymore. You can kind of just make reads if you're Wefflez here. You're just so far ahead, and Golem's burned, so it's just useless. You're just gonna come out on Mola. We're gonna go water type on the water type, who would have guessed? Muck's gonna come out threatening something like a knockoff or even toxic. He's gonna go hard wheezing, which covers both. We're gonna get knockoff damage. Yeah, this is really good from Wefflez. Like, really strong. And I mean, yeah, he Nilly can just go Golem, but yeah, and we're gonna see Corrosive Gas, which reveals Custap. Wefflez learns from this that it's Explosion. I remember being in VC and hearing him say that, and just being like, yes, someone is learning. Someone is learning from me that you can get so much information off of little things like this. That now that you know it's Custap, well, you can put the set together in your head. Custap Berry, Sturdy, okay. It's only revealed Stone Edge, that's fine. We know 2 of its other moves now. We know it's going to be Earthquake, because if it's not Earthquake, that's suicidal. And we know it's Explosion. Like, and you know this just because of the Custap Berry. Like, and Wefflez knowing this too is very nice. But yeah, Corrosive Gas burns away the berry. Yeah, I mean, really solid. You don't really... Again, if you're Wefflez, you can just make the safe play, or even just make reads over and over. You're just so advantageous at this point. He's just gonna U-turn again. He doesn't. I mean, he could go for reads, but at this point, I know I said earlier that he can kind of just go for reads, but as long as they're safe reads, you know, like the little things. You don't want to put the Shaman in an advantage where it gets a kill or something like that. But Wefflez also, because he's so far ahead, has no reason to not just make the safe play over and over again, which is what happens here. It does get slow U-turn though, so he's just gonna go to Zarude knowing that it's clicking Earthquake or Stone Edge, and he takes it like a champ. That's exactly what happens. He's just gonna click Bulk Up because he knows because it's burned and he's +1 defense. Even Explosion is doing 0, and we just saw it do 14. He's just gonna leftovers it off. In comes Muck. This is gonna Terra Steel, so Muck can't do anything. And he's just going to click Bulk Up, because he knows that this Muck can't do anything. Nilly Drain Punches, which covers that, and also hits the Dark typing. Wefflez just going to Power Whip and kill it. Like, this is just really nice. In comes Diancie, which is faster. Nilly forgets about the Terra, which is strange, and Wefflez clicks Knockoff, which again, don't want to miss a Power Whip. Yeah, just go for the safe play. Power Whip the Illumomola because it Okos. And now Shaman comes out. Shaman doesn't even kill with Earth Power, so you can just kill that too. And there's the reason Terra Zarude is so strong, by the way. But, I mean, yeah, this was just really well played from Wefflez. Like, knowing that, first of all, Kyurem 6-0's this team. He got that Earth Power play right once, and it won him the game instantly. Because he took half the Melmetal's health, which is the only thing stopping Freeze Dry. And Freeze Dry just chipped his team down so badly. Even if not, weakening the Diancie is really nice. Yeah, I mean, this is just really well played from Wefflez. I don't really have a lot of notes. Yeah, I mean, Nilly threw in prep, we know this. Bringing Golem was strange. Bringing Choice Banded Mola is questionable at best. Yeah, I don't have much more to say than that. Sophie versus Aalaxel. This one also kind of frustrated me a bit. But we're gonna see lead Masquerain. It's gonna click Sticky Web. Yep, this is a normal trade. This is a good damage trade on Darm though. I'm not gonna lie, that's good chip for on Darm. Obviously gonna sack the Masquerain. Who would have guessed? Out comes Empoleon. I feel like it could also go Flygon and U-turn. But he's just gonna agility, or she's just gonna agility up. The Empoleon is a he, sorry, I keep doing that. Chople Berry, yep. But Terra Water comes out. Gets the crit, no flinch, and Empoleon goes down. But you do trade for most of the Keldeo's health, which is really nice. And allows this to finish it off with Trailblaze. Now we got a +1 Ogerpon. This is pretty scary. This is bad though. Why are we doing all this? Why did we do this? Crit U-turn, yeah. I mean, it's not going to do a lot anyways, but here's the thing. Crit Horn Leech right back, but here's the other, like, an Earthquake kills. Here's the thing, Aalaxel was packing counter. If he didn't crit that, he's just clicking counter and killing. off the Ivy Cudgel, always. So, yeah. But Sophie still has a way into this game, okay? The game's not over. Why is the game not over? Iron Moth literally 6-0s this team. And she has all she needs for Iron Moth to win at this point. Actually, at this point, you could just go Iron Moth. Because if you go right to Iron Moth, you click Fiery Dance, you kill this guy. Because you know he's... By the way, this is super Fizz Def. The fact that a +2 Ogre Pawn only did 61 off of a crit Horn Leech, this is Omega Fizz Def. You can just go straight to Iron Moth, it's boost your speed, click Fiery Wrath, and start getting kills. Instead, we're going Flygon, which we already know this is Fizz Def, and now the webs are gone too, which means Scarfs don't matter. And now Enamorus is coming in because you clicked Outrage, and now watch this, now the Enamorus is Agility! Dude! Okay, well the Iron Moth went from being able to 6-0 this entire team, well now it's slower than the Enamorus, now Aalaxel just wins. Right? Oh wait, it's Sash. Okay. It's Attack Drop, that's not good. Sludge Bomb, I don't believe... it might have killed. I'm not sure. But we're gonna see Moonblast come off again. And... again, now the Iron Moth is outsped. The Iron Moth could have just won when the Gligar was out. Instead, she let the Enamorus get set up, because she went Flygon for some reason. Like, why did we go Flygon? The game as played was fine. Going Flygon was a throw, and Aalaxel took full advantage. I mean, that's it. That's all I got. There's not much more to say than that. Like, going Flygon was just bad. I mean, you could say Aalaxel got lucky. I would contend with you that most of that didn't even really matter. Again, because of counter on Gligar, like, the crit off U-turn didn't matter at all. Why did we not just take our Iron Moth win con while the Gligar was out? You killed Fiery Dance that turn, I'm 90% sure. Enamorus is dead to Sludge Wave. If you get your +1, you instantly win because Holt is dead to Declaim. This is dead to Poison Move, and take a wild guess what the Scizor dies to. Like, you just had the Iron Moth win con right there, and it got thrown away. So, yeah. The only thing that could have maybe stopped it is if Holt takes a D-Lane, which it might. It might. I'll give it up. It might. And it's Clear Body and... well, I guess it doesn't need... yeah, it needs to be faster. So it's Clear Body Scarf. That was Aalaxel's only win con. If it wasn't that, I'm 90% sure the Iron Moth just came out and killed everything. So, yeah. I mean, that's all I got for this week. I already made a doc going over the playoffs. I guess I could look at it again. I already have it open in another tab, but I don't want to show my other tabs because I don't want to accidentally leak teams like I've been doing like every fucking week. This is the rosters. So in terms of the standings, again, I already wrote a doc on this, but in case you're just watching the video and you want to know, here's a quick summary. Everyone typical upwards has made playoffs. Me and upwards have so many wins that even a loss means not enough people can pass us. Because at the end of the day, Monem, who is the 8th seed right now, cannot physically overtake me, even if I lose. Mabel can't either because of her differential. Technically, we could tie if I lose -6 and she wins -6. But even if she overtakes me, Monem cannot overtake me. That means the minimum I would finish in this case is 7th place. So everyone up from me makes playoffs. Typical also makes playoffs. He's 4-3, but he still makes playoffs because his differential is so astronomically high that even if he gets 6-0'd and Mabel overtakes him with a win, Monem cannot overtake him because a 6-0 win from him would only make him 4-4 plus 3. A 6-0 loss for Typical means he's 4-4 plus 5, so he'd still stay ahead. So the minimum Typical can finish is 7th place, meaning he also automatically makes playoffs. Mabel is basically in a win-and-in situation. If she wins, she's in. Unfortunately, she fights Litfam, so that's not a guarantee by any means. If she loses, she's still not in a bad shape because she's one of only 2 people who are 4-3. And here's a funny gimmick. Monem, Sableye, and Logan are all fighting different people. and Nilly, sorry. Monem, Sableye, Logan, and Nilly are all fighting different people. This means if Mabel loses, she can bank on all 4. She needs them to. She can bank on all 4 of these people losing. Or here's the other contingency. If she loses by a low differential, let's say 1-0 or 2-0, so she goes to -6 or -7. If Logan or Nilly only win by 1 or 2, they'll either tie her or they won't pass her. So she can bank on that too, but it's more likely that she needs everyone to lose down here. All 4 of these people to lose. Yeah. Monem is probably in the best spot, to be honest. He fights Icarus. And even if he loses, he's not... Well, yeah, no, he has to win. He has to win. Sorry, I forgot. But if he loses, he has to bank on Sableye, Logan, Nilly, and Mabel. No. Sorry, if he loses, he needs 3 of 4 people to lose. Mabel, Sableye, Logan, and Nilly. One of them can win and he'd still make it if he loses. But, you know, do some math with me real quick. Let's say Monem loses, right? Logan and Nilly also have to lose because a win automatically means they push past him. Sableye also has to lose for that to happen. And Mabel is sitting 7th place. Got lost in the train of thought there, sorry. Actually, no, Mabel's doesn't matter. Mabel losing doesn't matter at all. I'm sorry. He needs Sableye, Logan, and Nilly to all lose if he loses. That's just how it is. Yeah. In addition, he needs Sableye to lose harder than he does. Because Sableye could technically make up differential. Let's say Monem loses -6 and Sableye loses -1. Sableye would still overtake Monem. Sableye needs to win. It's almost non-negotiable for him to win. That the only win con he has, or the only contingency he has outside of that, is what I just mentioned of Monem somehow losing harder than he does. Sableye basically has to win. Winning means he pushes past. Well, he needs to win, and he needs some more contingencies. He needs to win, and he needs either Mabel or Monem to lose. That's just it, really. He also needs Logan and Nilly to not catch up if either or both of them win. He needs them to not catch up to him if they win. So yeah, Sableye needs to win. And if he wins, he can overtake Monem if Monem also wins. But Sableye is basically preying on these 2 to lose. If one of these 2 loses, Sableye is in a very good spot. All he really has to do is win. If both of them lose, Sableye basically just has to win in order to make playoffs. Logan has to prey on everyone else's downfall in order to make it. He needs Nilly to not catch up to him if she wins in differential because they're the same. And then he needs to overtake at least 2 of these 3. So, you know, do some math with me real quick. He needs to overtake 2 of these 3. Okay, well, he needs to overtake Mabel. That's not terribly difficult if she loses, because if she loses by any margin, she goes -6. That means you just need a 3-0 win. Actually, you only need a 2-0 win, because he beat her in the regular season, so he wins the head-to-head, right? But he still needs, one of Monem or Sableye to lose, basically. He needs Monem, he actually just needs Monem to lose at all, or Sableye to win by only like 1-0, and then he needs to like 6-0 in order to pass him. So in summary, Logan needs 2 of these people to lose, and he needs to win in order to make it. And the exact same condition goes for Nilly. Exact same condition. Oh yeah, that's the other gimmick with Logan, is that he needs to make sure Nilly doesn't catch up. Nilly has the same condition. She needs to make sure Logan doesn't catch up. She needs these 2 of these 3 people to lose. Finally, Excelsior has a very slim chance. He already got the forfeit win from Eldridge. Excelsior has a slim chance. Excelsior's only chance, all 4 of these people lose, and Monem loses -3 or more. If that happens, Excelsior makes playoffs. Actually, Monem needs to lose -4 or more. If all of that happens, Excelsior can make playoffs. yeah. Outside of that, these 4 down here cannot make it. Eldritch's record is set. I don't need to talk about that, but Birds cannot possibly catch up with only 1 win, and these 2, even though people can possibly make it going 3 and 5, the differential on Wefflez and Sophie is so low that I do not believe it's possible. Actually, I was wrong. It is technically possible for Wefflez to make it. Technically. Wefflez needs to 6-0 to go to -6, and he needs Monem, yeah, because he can pass Monem if Monem loses hard enough, and he wins hard enough. But he also needs all of these people to lose in order to do it. So Wefflez can technically make it. Actually, does he get the head-to-head over Excelsior? Because he might not even get the head-to-head over Excelsior. I don't know if they fought in regular season. I don't think they did. Because I don't think Excelsior fought Ben. Because that would be used for head-to-head. No, he didn't. From my glance, though, it looks like Excelsior would get strength of schedule over Wefflez, which means that Excelsior would pass. So yeah, no, Wefflez cannot make it. Sorry, false. That was not real, because he cannot pass Excelsior. So no matter what, worst case scenario, all 4 of these people lose, Excelsior would take this slot. Wefflez cannot pass him. So yeah, Wefflez is out of playoffs as well. So yeah, all these 4 down here, like I originally thought, are all out of playoffs. Unless Wefflez miraculously wins on strength of schedule. But again, just from the eye test, it looks like Excelsior had the harder schedule. He fought me, Typical, Sableye. Birds is not a big point counter, because it would just be, you get the way the strength of schedule head-to-head works, or tiebreaker works, is you get 1 point if you fought Eldritch, 2 points if you fought Birds, 3 points if you fought Sophie, so on and so forth. 16 points if you fought Icarus if he stays in number 1. We'd have to wait for the week to end for that to find that out. And then you can fill in the blanks from there. Whoever has the most points wins strength of schedule. And they would win the tiebreaker. From my eye glance, from the eye test, Excelsior fought me, he fought Typical, he fought Sableye. These are 2 of us are in playoffs, and Sableye's a playoff contender. He fought Birds, which isn't a big point bringer, but he also fought Cable, who's guaranteed playoffs, Mabel, who's a playoff contender, and Icarus, who's a top seed. Eldritch wouldn't count for basically any points, but I think those big playoff ones are enough that it wouldn't matter. Maybe, because Wefflez fought a lot of similar people. At least that team did. No, I think that Sophie fight is going to cost him, because Nilly's not high in the standings this season either. Yeah, Aalaxel one's pretty valuable though. The Logan one. Yeah, no, Excelsior will wish strength of schedule most likely. So yeah, Wefflez cannot make it. So TLDR, these 5 are contenders. These 6 are in playoffs, and these 4 are out. That's about it. Good luck in your week 8s, everybody. I'll be here next week to go over the battles. Yeah, I'll see you next time.